I won't buy Benz. I won't buy Benz. Guy, not go buy nonsense. A used Mercedes-Benz can be an incredible luxury bargain, but sadly, many of them are massive money pits and should be avoided. Before that, a little overview. Mercedes-Benz is globally known as a maker of premium and luxury vehicles, which sometimes causes envy among passers-by, especially here in Nigeria. If you dey drive Benz, now you get road. But just like every other luxury brand, some Mercedes-Benz models' reliability is highly questionable. With that, here are 8 used cars from Mercedes-Benz Nigerians love, but learn to avoid the hard way. This is Oluwatobi Jetro Cars. Without further ado, let's talk about some cars. 1. The Mercedes-Benz E350 W211. The W211 generation of the Mercedes-Benz E-Class was among the best of the whole range, produced from 2002 through 2009. It was spacious, luxurious, comfortable, and smooth. It has everything one desires in a mid-sized German executive sedan. Unfortunately, they are very mechanically and electrically unreliable. Model years from 2002 to 2006 had many braking and electrical problems you wouldn't like to encounter with this car. Sensotronic brake control issues, suspension issues, rust, which will all cost a lot to fix. And of course, the elephant in the room, the V6 engine and the 7G tonic automatic transmission have major flaws that cause them all to fail, even at very low miles. This is one used Benz you should stay away from. 2. The Mercedes-Benz GL. This generation of the Mercedes-Benz GL is the real definition of big man, big trouble. The X164 GL is the bigger, larger version of the W168 ML class. It is big, luxurious, and is fitted with some of the best technology of its era. But the X164 GL is a money pit, and here are some of the boggling problems and issues. The X164 GL was produced from 2006 through 2012. Early production models have the most problems, mostly electronic issues. There were also some issues with the steering rack, power steering, oil leak with the hydraulic pump. This being a big heavy car with many powerful engine options, the suspension has quite a hard life. For a luxury car, it is equipped with air ride, which is a beautiful system when it works. But the GL air ride tends to not be very reliable over time. The shocks can leak oil, the compressor can break, and the level sensors can fail on you. The V6 engine variant and transmission are also not left out of the ever-growing problem and issues. This is one very expensive Mercedes to keep. 3. The Mercedes-Benz ML. The GL's baby brother, the W163 ML, is a masterpiece created from an unusual collaboration between Mercedes-Benz and Mitsubishi. And funny enough, the ML was Mercedes' intention to replace our very own G-Wagon. Only God knows what they were thinking at the time. Unfortunately, it was quite an expensive vehicle to maintain and very unreliable. The Mercedes-Benz ML W163, built from 1998 to 2005, has a reputation for not being a reliable car. Problems such as door lock actuators or plastic trims that break easily, power steering pump failures, window regulators failure are some of the annoying minor issues. Major issues include the transmission is stuck in gear, engine misfires, typically caused by a clogged catalytic converter or a bad MAF total engine failure, and general body rust. Surprisingly, the 5G tonic transmission is extremely on the reliable side, which is the same transmission used in the G500 at the time. 4. The Mercedes-Benz E-Class, the W220 and W221. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class is the leader in technology and luxury in a more affordable executive sedan market, and pioneered some of the technology in the auto scene. The W220, W221 S-Class introduced keyless entry and start, air suspension with multiple modes, radar-assisted adaptive cruise control, and ventilated seats. It's a great luxury car, but repairs and maintenance on this model are extremely expensive, and most of the electronics are prone to breaking. This is not a good used car at all. If you like problems, they are very cheap.
I want problems always!
The W220 S-Class features one of the early airmatic systems that were great when they were new. With time, these are very old air suspension systems with a lot of problems, and none of them are exactly cheap to repair. The W220 S-Class suffered from early failures of the air-source conductor plate in the transmission, and the transmission lever is known to get usually stuck in park. and various other expensive and crazy issues, even having to do with the engine configurations. If you want to keep your sanity, these cars are no joke to keep running, except if you're Zaddy, of course. Zaddy. 5. The Mercedes-Benz A-Class W168. Obviously, this is like a Toyota IQ with the Mercedes-Benz badging. It's not a nice car at all, even by looks, but it's much more worse than that. The A-Class is unstable because of bad suspension. Buyers have complained about the numerous starting problems, gearbox issues, and the most recurring problem, the automatic transmission failure. The A-Class was built from 1998 to 2004 and was supposed to be Mercedes' cheap entry-level hatchback, but this didn't just live out of expectation. It was super unreliable and has joined itself a space on the used Mercedes-Benz no-buy list. 6. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class W203. The W202 version of the Mercedes-Benz was an excellent generation of the C-Class, but the W203 C-Class, not much can be said about that. The W203 C-Class is one of the most desired C-Class generation in Nigeria, no doubt. They are swift, smooth, handles well, and are quite cheap on the used car market. Personally, I don't like the car. Personal vendetta aside, this car has its many issues. I live in the northern part of Nigeria where these cars are used so well that I definitely know what I'm saying. They are very, very problematic. The most common being rust, really bad rust, especially in the rear half of the car. The W202 also has these issues, but it's not a bad car. The front suspension are also known to fail often, especially here in Nigeria where we have very, very bad roads. The mechanic trips will not be funny. The 6-speed auto tranny is also a risky bet, and with a variety of engine options, both petrol and diesel, not too much can be said concerning them, especially the 1.9-litre supercharged 4-cylinder engine in the 230 compressor. Except you want to patch, this is not a cheap car to maintain. Honorable mentions. 7. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class 2012-2013 W204. The 2012-2013 W204 C250 C-Class is one C-Class you should seriously stay away from. But I must admit, this car is gorgeous. The styling is attractive and I admire it so much. It's one of the most popular modern C-Class generation on the Nigerian road today. But mechanically and electrically, it is not very dependable, as the car is known to have a lot of expensive bad issues. And finally, 8. The Mercedes-Benz CLA. The CLA is the most recent Mercedes-Benz model on this list. It's been heavily criticized for its purely build quality, interior, and fit and finishes. Many said this was a Mitsubishi rebadged as a Mercedes. It's that poor. It's that poor in quality, which brought it a spot on this list. It also has harsh suspensions, engine overheating issues, engine misfires, and engine blowing out completely, even at very low miles, for an over 10 million naira used car price. This is not worth it, guys. Mercedes-Benz is one of the most elite car manufacturers in the world. That doesn't mean they don't produce a few bad ones. If you will be buying any of the cars on this list, make sure you are caught up for it, and good luck to you. So what's your take, guys? Let's hear from you. Have you used any of these cars? What's your experience like? And what other Mercedes-Benz model do you think should be on this list? Let's also hear from you. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Oluwatobi Jetro Cars. See you in the next video. Ciao.